If you're farming ornaments the wrong way this Christmas event, you're going to fall behind fast. And most people won't realize it until it's already too late. During Halloween, the Danny's World Wiki estimated over 26,000 pumpkins were needed to unlock everything. And I personally know players who played every day and still missed skins or even a toon. Not because they didn't grind, but because they didn't plan. I don't think ornaments will hit that number, but the lesson is the same. If you don't understand how ornaments work per floor, you're wasting time without even realizing it. So to be clear, I'm not saying this to scare you, but this is how I am running the event myself. And I want to show you how easy this can be. And at the end, I'll show you how to stay safe, especially on those new iced over floors. Ornaments matter this event because they're tied to the stuff you actually care about. Toons, skins, and even stickers. And real quick, my favorite sticker right now is definitely Stand Still. If you watched my Ginger rework video, you know I was really in my feelings at the end of that one. I wasn't angry, but I was thinking a lot and being honest about how I truly felt. So if you missed that video, I'll link it up here in the cards. But for now, let's focus on how to actually farm ornaments the smart way. Ornaments come from 3 places. Every machine you personally complete gives you 5 ornaments. There are 2 physical ornaments on every floor worth 5 each. So that's 10 per floor if you grab both. And every twisted that spots you gives you 1 ornament apiece. And here's one important detail. If someone else finishes a machine that you started, they get the 5 ornaments, not you. But in solos, that won't matter at all because no one can steal your progress. This is why I push solos for ornament farming. When you play solo, the floors work out differently. Fewer machines, fewer twisteds, less chaos, which means you clear floors faster and more consistently. And if you're chased off a machine, you just run away, you come back, and you finish it. No one's touching your progress, and no one's stealing your ornaments. In team runs, things break down. Someone finishes your machine. Someone leads a twisted right to you. You'll see people say, "Can I extract? Please, I need ornaments." Buddy, don't we all right now? And look, if you love team runs, that's fine. Do what you do. I'm not telling you how to have fun. I'm just showing you what's really consistent if your goal is getting ornaments. And if you want a full breakdown on solo play, I already made a solo guide. It has the best tips, the best toons to use, and even a walkthrough at the end, so I'll link it right here in the cards. I have some charts I made for you, but from floors 1 through 10, as a solo, it's really consistent. You're pulling about 32 ornaments per floor early on, and it stays pretty steady. Like I showed you earlier in the video, once you hit higher floors, the numbers scale up. More machines, more twisteds, and by the late teens, you're hitting about 50 ornaments per floor. And if you can't already tell, I'm a numbers kind of guy, so check this out. By floor 10, you're already at over 300 ornaments because you're on a solo. And here's the payoff. By floor 20, you're already at 700 something ornaments. No teammates, no chaos. Just control, just you. And yeah, I'll be honest, the number surprised me too the first time I actually added it all up. Now let's talk research, because ornaments aren't the only thing that you're possibly farming for. Research happens when Twisted see you. You get 5% per floor, plus 1% per capsule already on the floor. And I repeat, when they see you, you don't have to get hit to get research. That's a huge misconception amongst new players. Christmas floors happen at floors 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. And at least one Christmas Twisted is guaranteed on those floors. You can see Cole, Ginger, and Rudy on basically any floor. But mains like Bobette start appearing from floor 5 and after. And if your goal is to unlock Ginger or Bobette, going far isn't optional. It's part of the plan. Try to make it to at least floor 10 or 15 if you need Ginger or Bobette research. If you don't need their research, you can literally just quit whenever you want to and reset and just start the grind all over again. Let's talk about the new thing that a lot of us honestly don't like, the new holiday event called Iced Over. Starting as early as floor 3, you can get the whole floor completely covered in ice. And if you're not used to it, the floors can really be slippery. The way you survive this solo is controlled movement. Short bursts, clean turns, no panic. And this is important. Ice floors punish impatience. You don't need to rush machines here. Slow controlled movement actually saves time because you're not resetting after getting hit. If you're playing with a team and people don't manage the ice well, they will definitely lead twists right to your face. That's why these floors feel way worse in team runs. One person slides past the corner, they panic, and suddenly a twisted that wasn't even on you becomes now your problem. But in solos, you still need to respect the ice, but you control the pace. So if you see the elevator open with icicles and the floor covered in ice, don't panic. Remember, this is the time to be patient. This is not the time for a speed run. Now if you're stubborn and still picking Dyle, I'm warning you, floor 15 is the worst time to do it. For farming ornaments in general, I just avoid his floor. 25 machines means a lot of ornaments, and that is tempting, I get it. But again, at any time you can always reset, so what's the real point? This is one thing I wish someone had told me earlier, because I learned it the hard way during the Halloween event. Floor 15 is technically still a Christmas floor, even if you pick times up and don't get the fancy Christmas map. So that means event twisteds can still spawn there. Now, imagine Dyle plus Ginger with her crazy, annoying attention span. And if Cole was there in a blackout, she's just as fast as Pebble. That's not where you want to be. And this is where Bobette makes things even worse. You grab an item not knowing she's there. Then all of a sudden you hear her footsteps before you even see her. And once she locks onto you, she gets fast and does not stop. If that happens on a Dyle floor, remember, he is lethal. One hit from him and you're done. And the problem isn't Dyle, it's everything stacking against you. Bobette charging, Ginger and her crazy forever attention span, and Cole might be here in a blackout. This is not what you want to do. This farming strategy is about being fast and being efficient. And I don't have the video, but I'm lucky enough to find this map all covered in ice. I'll just say the run pretty much ended quickly. At the end of the day, this event is not about just luck. To get everything you need, you have to play the game and play it efficiently. You must understand the system and farming with purpose. And y'all, I'm curious, what was the first thing you spent your ornaments on this event? Or better yet, what are you saving up for next? Tell me below in the comments, because you guys know I read them all. So good luck in your runs, and don't forget to do it as a solo. And you guys know what's next? I'll see you in the next one.